All right, let me look at some shit that's in the safe. Let me look for. Here's my expungement. Because you people keep making statements that ain't fucking true. Damn. Felony expungement, paid in full. That's when your expungement goes into effect. When you pay your expungement fee in full after the judge grants it. What date was this? February 25th, 2022. That was 2 years and 2 months ago. That's when I got my expungement. Okay, 02/25/22. That's when I got my expungement. Here's all my expungement papers. I don't need to show the shit to you guys, you nosy bastards. Expungement. February 25th, 2022. Alright, now, mind you, 1 month before me and Heddy bought this one, she bought the Glock 44. We didn't keep it long because we didn't want a 22 caliber. She bought it as a used weapon from a pawn shop in Covington. They wouldn't sell it to me because my expungement didn't go into effect in the computer system yet. They didn't want to take a chance. They knew I was legal. They could have sold it to me, but they didn't want to take a chance. Plus, it was coming back still non-expunged on a federal level because that takes time. But in a vacuum, you are considered legally expunged. I was already pulled over by 2 cops in the first week of being expunged, where it wasn't even cleared out of the national database. But because I have my expungement papers, they let me go with my weapon twice. Twice, because they know the law. Alright. Here's my will. Alright. $313. That's how much the Taurus G2C costs. $313. The Taurus. What date was this? Have the receipt right here. Should have a date on it. Oh yeah, we bought this in celebration of me getting an expungement. The date is 2/25/22. The same day I got my expungement. 2/25/22. The same day of my actual expungement is when we bought the gun. So honestly, before we bought this gun, we was 100% legal. Which means, if Heddy bought her Glock was her Glock. It didn't become mine until my expungement came in effect. And you know where Heddy kept that Glock? Which I don't think she bought it until after my expungement. Right here in the safe. Only she had access to it. That's perfectly legal. She didn't buy it for me. She bought it for her. She was going to the gun range. She bought it for her. She didn't buy it for me. Dumbass. And it doesn't matter because I'm legal. I can legally buy a weapon now. But yeah, there's the semi-automatic. Heddy Silbernagel bought her Taurus G2C on 2/25/22, the day of our expungement. And she sold the Glock as credit so we can have a little extra money to get the Taurus, which was, she bought it for her. Even though I was legal, she bought it for her. Alright, do we have any other receipts in here? Hold on. Let me look. Yeah, So the Taurus wasn't even a $200 gun. It was a $300 gun. Hold on. Hold on. I think I got something wrong. No, I was wrong. This right here is the receipt, which is on, because in celebration of me getting an expungement, she bought her gun. She sold her Glock as so we can have money on credit for her G2C. So this is the firearm, the G2C, the Taurus G2C. That cost $259. There's the price right there, $259. The same day, she bought my gun. On the same day of my expungement. Because we know it takes time for my expungement to go through, we knew that she would have had to buy it for me. So she bought it as a celebration gift for being legal. On the same day, we bought the Taurus G2C, which was actually $313 brand new, which is actually over $60 more than the Taurus. So that's two receipts, one for the G2C and one for the Taurus. We bought them on the very day of my expungement. You go ask any fucking lawyer, any Kentucky law guy who knows their shit will tell you that your expungement goes into effect the very day that you have your expungement fee paid in full. I know the law, I already know. Now this right here, this is why the cops took my gun away from me. This is what the police officer who took my gun away from me, and he knew he didn't have to take it. He took it as a precautionary measure, and I got my gun back. This one. I got it back because my expungement was official. All I had to do was call the NCIC. You do that by calling the Kentucky State Police, where they wipe it off the record because it's proven that your record is expunged. Once I called them to verify that I needed it wiped off the record for gun purposes, they went ahead and wiped it off the record. 30 days later, I called the cops back and told them I was talking to my lawyer about getting my gun back. The very next day, they called me and told me to come pick up my gun. So I am 100% legal, and I have been 100% legal, and I just showed you documents that me and Heddy waited to the very day that my expungement was paid in full, and I got proof that you don't pay your expungement in full. You can't even pay it until the judge grants you your expungement. So I was granted my expungement by the judge. That very day was my court date. I went downstairs to the Circuit Court of Campbell County Detention Center, Campbell County Circuit Court, and I paid my expungement in full. That way my expungement was legal. That means from that very moment of paying my expungement in full, I no longer have to say that I was ever a felon. On any job application, on any gun purchase, on any voting system, because I can vote now. I can vote for the president, vote for Congress, I can vote for anything now. It's one of the reasons why I got my record expunged. And now I can go on field trips and participate with my daughter in school activities, everything that I deserve to be able to do now that I got my record expunged. Because I am a law-abiding U.S. citizen. I take pride in not breaking any laws. So yeah, I didn't even know the dates that we purchased these guns, but I know they were purchased after the expungement. So you guys continuing to, but yeah, Heddy bought the Glock before I got my expungement, but I just proved to you guys that she had a fucking safe where I had no access to it. When I remember now, Heddy would not let me even touch the gun. She would take it out only to go to the gun range. When she come back, she put it right back in the safe. I didn't know the fucking combination at the time. So she was completely legal. She was 100% legal with the gun, and she would not buy me a gun. Or actually, not buy me a gun. She would not get me a gun or give me a gun in any form, fashion, of any way until my record was fully paid and fully expunged. And I just showed you records right here on this paper. So stop threatening me with the fucking FBI, because it's not going to do you any good. Because I don't break no laws, I pay taxes, and I stay out of trouble. And I'm a security officer. Professionally, I'm an officer in security field. So, and I'm certified with a bunch of different shit now. You guys don't know that because I don't share my job with you guys on fucking social media, because y'all got me fired from one security place. Because y'all are little snitch ass punks telling people that I'm wearing my uniform on videos and shit. So yeah, I just proved to you that we did not buy me a gun until my record was expunged. And when Heddy had her Glock 44, before I got my expungement, she had it in a safe, which that's the law. So quit running your mouth. Y'all don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Everything you guys keep saying to me is not true, and this is why I don't address most of y'all most of the time. Y'all are fucking full of shit, never truthful, and I'm sick of you.